Hi, my name's Gemma and I'm an engineer in the Royal Air Force. I've had a hugely exciting career and I've been able to work on a variety of different aircraft in many different locations. But before I kind of touch on that, I just thought I'd tell you a bit about how I got into engineering and kind of like the path that I took to being here today. And the main reason for that is when I was at school, I was not really that academic. I enjoyed it, but I was just, well, I guess in my words, kind of fairly average. I did really enjoy science and maths, but I just couldn't find something that could really help me to decide on what career choice that I wanted to make. Even though all of my friends knew exactly what they wanted to be, I was still looking for that one thing that could kind of excite me and to give me that real motivation for something to do in the future. Then I started to kind of learn about the world of engineering. I guess mainly because you see it in pretty much everything that you do all day long, but it doesn't really become a subject until you go to university. So, as I started to learn about what the world of engineering was and how many different things that you could get involved in, that's when I started to kind of put the jigsaw pieces together and realize that that's probably the thing that I wanted to do, the thing that was going to excite me. Added to that, I was really lucky that my dad worked at an airport where the Red Arrows were doing a display, and he took me along to see them. But it wasn't the impressive stunts and the aerobatic maneuvers that they were doing in the air that really impressed me. It was seeing the guys on the ground and seeing how hard they worked to get those aircraft ready and thinking, that's a lot of responsibility. Also, just like the pilots, all of the engineers were doing everything in sequence, and that kind of motivation of teamwork really inspired me. And it's what I then decided I wanted to get involved in. So I did my GCSEs and my A levels, again, just really kind of plodding through them. But luckily enough, I managed to get the grades that I needed to be able to do a degree in engineering, and I did mechanical engineering. Again, it's not really something I excelled in. I really enjoyed it, but my grades were fairly average, to be honest. But then when I left university and I started my career in engineering, when I actually got to do the job, that's when I realised it was all worth it because everything just kind of clicked. Everything fell into place, and that excitement and all the stuff that had motivated me into wanting to be an engineer was there. The teamwork for definite, but also the amount of responsibilities that I got as well. Being able to solve problems, but then also just be able to kind of work as a team and to make a difference, to be creative and to see what we could do, really inspired me to get going. And so I'm really pleased that all those years ago, when I was sat there thinking, what on earth am I going to do? How am I going to combine all of these subjects together? And then engineering kind of just jumped out. I'm really pleased that I stuck with it because it's definitely been the reward that I wanted. So through my career, then, as I said at the beginning, I've worked on so many different platforms. I've worked on fast jet aircraft, those that are currently responsible for protecting the UK's airspace, to gliders that don't even have an engine in them. So that's been pretty different. Also, I've looked at old technology and I love hearing the Battle of Britain aircraft fly, the noise they make, and just thinking as to how they did that without half the gadgets that we have now. It just inspires me all the time. And then I love seeing the new capabilities that we have flying alongside that, whether or not that's our latest fast jet or as what was my last job, working on the latest weapons, the new missiles or the new bombs that we're going to attach to aircraft. All pretty exciting. If that wasn't good enough, then also I've been able to travel to loads of different places. I've deployed with my squadron on operations, but also I've just worked in very different places within the UK itself. Even more exciting, I've got to travel the world with my job as well, sometimes just for a couple of nights stay, other times for a bit longer. In fact, really impressively, I'm currently in Australia for a year, so really enjoying myself. And it's all opportunities that the world of engineering has given to me. So even if you've got little niggle at the back of your mind, the biggest message I can give you is stick with it. There's so many different careers, so many different opportunities, but all of them are exciting. So take that tiny little bit of inspiration that you've got building inside of you now and run with it, because you really don't know what the future will bring.